hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
What happened? Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Sorry for the inconvenience, y'all. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. I know it's been a while that I haven't been on here. Um, so this is sports and politics talk with the sports and politics on the Darkest Roundtable. This is part 22. Because it's been a while. I've been doing this series and stuff. But we're gonna talk about sports and politics, and hope people come on and let's talk about sports and politics. There's a lot going on. You got Mike Brown had introduced to the Knicks, new Knicks head coach. You know, they had a press conference yesterday. Let's talk about him. He did some pretty good things, you know. I know people talking about, you know, those experiences, but you know, he a two-time coach of the year. You know, he won multiple champions as assistant coach. So he had, and in his own time, I hate to say LeBron James, but I'm gonna say anyway. I don't like him, you know. And also he coached Kobe Bryant, and, you know, and the assistant coach. You know, he helped coach Tim Duncan and I believe David Robinson. So he been around, and one thing about Mike Brown, that they always know he always knew that as defensive coach, but you know throughout the years he started have his own offense, he developed his own offense concept. And you know, once upon a time, you know, he always been, when he coaching, he always been like top defensive player, top defense of the league, and also top 5 offense. So he's involved in this stuff. And that's what I'm talking about. You gotta have a coach that involves and stuff. So he's been around great coaches. So shout out to brother Mike Brown. You know, so shout out to the New York Knicks. Let's see what happens now. So now you're gonna put out you know, he gotta get his coaching staff done, and you know, he said, you know, there's people say he said the right things and stuff. So let's see what happens. And let's get these announcements out the way. Shout out to my underrated one family, the ones in the past, and also the ones along the way. Thank y'all so much. Very much appreciated. Thank y'all so much. Always been supporting me throughout the years. Also, shout out to No Duck Zone Podcast, Brother McClain and the family. Shout out to y'all. Keep the fire word. And shout out to the mighty LDBC, that stands for Lions Den Box Community. Also, shout out to the LDBC, stands for Lions Den Box Community. And shout out to the brothers and sisters there. Shout out to the Brother 7 Sports Team. We the one started. So shout out to you, brother. All right. So hopefully we can get some people up here, so talk. Like I said, it's been a while. Working my way back in little by little. And the thing is, people want to talk about, you know, Diddy and all that, and can't not talk about it. Already said what I have to say. You know, the harder charges, you know, they didn't get that. So, you know, the prosecutor, you know, dropped the ball on that. And let me say this though, but you know, they're gonna try and do whatever they can. So he's gonna serve time. So gonna watch out for that. So, but I want to bring up something because I definitely want to talk about the Knicks in the press conference. I want to talk about that. I hope people, you know, y'all listen to me. y'all can come on. Let's talk about that because it's very important. We're gonna talk about that. So like I said, we haven't talked about politics on here for a while. What about R. Kelly? Now, if P. Diddy get off, now what about R. Kelly? That's something to think about. I could probably over what I said probably over my head and everything, but it's something to think about. Something to think about. And so we got to think about that. Okay, and I know it's hard. They in South New Mexico, they had a flood. I seen that. So shout out to the people out there. Much prayers on y'all. And the Bible says it's gonna be, flood. Tornadoes are gonna be happening. It's a sign of the last days, y'all. Sign of the last days. Got to get right, Got to get right. I tell y'all, man. So that's very important. And the ones that bring the truth, shout out to y'all. Y'all know who you are. Other brothers and sisters out there that do content creator like me, been at this for a minute. Keep on going. Because we like the distinct ones. They're trying to make us. Keep on pushing. Time will come. Now I want people to understand what I'm saying, that when you have a person, when you have somebody, have a content creator that's transparent, that make changes in their life, the better their lives for themselves, or family, and others. It's nothing wrong with drop a little coin or something. Drop something. Because it's not easy what to do. Because you got other ones out here, they get money like this, and I'm not looking at their pockets. I'm not looking at none of that. Trust and believe, I'm not. But sometimes you gotta think. Do you want to be around good conversation that challenging, right? Everything don't have to be debate all the time. Like I said, and I keep on saying, I'm not debating the truth. They don't give me debating the truth. But sometimes it feels good. Sometimes it's just have conversation, have fun sometimes. Everything don't have to be toxic and drama all the time. Sometimes you want to come to a channel. But hey, let's talk about the Knicks. Yeah, talk to the play. We talk here, you. That's fine. I feel that my channel should stand for something. Now, do I like to see the hoopla and all that sometimes? Yes, I do. I ain't gonna say I don't, but I do. But I gotta understand my brand. And part of this I'm doing is me. So I gotta uphold the integrity. I gotta uphold the morals. I have to do that. I have to set the example. Now it's gonna be some people trying me. They will get, like I said throughout the years, they will get that work. You know what I'm saying? And that's never going to stop. Eternal learning is important, y'all. I coined that. Always consistently learning. Always consistently building. Always consistently, always strive to the next channel in your life and be better for it. But sometimes let's have fun. Ain't nothing to have fun. Sometimes do the difficulty. Sometimes we gotta have fun to uplift that person, because you never know what the next person go through. You never know what the next person go through. So sometimes we gotta have sports. Sometimes we gotta have politics. Sometimes we gotta make fun of it sometimes. Because sometimes it can be depressing what we see around the world. And sometimes you gotta laugh at it. Sometimes you gotta cry. Because it be at times when I develop these topics throughout the years, it's different things. Talking about spiritual, politics, sports, family, all of that. I have to understand them. I gotta do what we can to uplift people that wants to be uplifted. So it's very important that we have to set a standard. Even sometimes we set a standard, some people fail to see that. So the ones that supported me throughout the years, and even right now, I thank you so much. Because it has to be a standard. Because there's most people, throughout social media, yes, I have to say that. But especially in the space, you gotta have, if you have money, it's standard. You gotta have prestige as standard. That's gonna be. You gotta have association. All association is good. All association is not good. All money is not good. All prestige is not good. So you gotta pick and choose. Now that's gonna be some things you get involved. You ain't even have nothing to do with it. That means you got to figure yourself. So I want people to understand that. See who's this? Hey, Miss Shona Knight, thanks for coming. Appreciate that. How you doing today? Really appreciate that you coming. Appreciate that. Now I'm gonna put the link in the chat in a few minutes, but that's what it's all about. So sometimes I want to get my merch. I want to get my merch. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, brother Jesse? How you doing? If you want to come up, you can come up if you want. I'll put the link in the chat. No? Because I want to talk about sports politics. I want to talk about the Knicks. I want to talk about all that. So please, let's stick to the subject, please. And let's not go overboard and all like that. Nah, not the one. So salute to Mashona Knight and your family. And shout out to Sister Mashona Knight and your family. And shout out to Brother Jesse and your family. How's your wife doing? Because last time I tell you she wasn't feeling well. So I hope that you and both of your families is doing fine. So we have to understand that if we want the truth comes out, you gotta support it. Great. Tell us say hi. If you want to come up, just let me know. No problem. Sorry, I've been missing. You keep on sending me because I've been. I just want to let you know, you keep on doing the fine work. Tom Malone in the building. That's my day one, bro, right there. Salute to you and your extended family. If y'all can hear me, press 1. Matter of fact, Tom Malone was the very first person that I did a chop up with years ago. The one and only. Okay, I'll put it in a few. Just stay right there. Stay right there. And I want women, I want ladies to come up too. Like Jesse said, ladies come up too. And so this is very important that you gotta encourage each other. Don't worry, I know. I already know. Father, stop. But this is very important. That's why, like, when I see some channels That was a chopper because you asked me questions. I want to do a part 2 with you, Tom Malone, because I know you got some more questions to ask about me. You let me know so we can set that up. He was the very first chop up I did years ago. I got to keep repeating it. Yeah, exactly. Ladies, come on. I mean, but let Jesse know I've been inviting. You know, I mean, I can say that his wife came up here a few times. Ladies, come up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, so let's engage. If you said that you believe, especially us as a people, you say you believe in a black man to lift up and be leaders and support, would you come up? There's some disagreement. Let's come up and find a solution. Come on. But you just cannot be on the sideline and talk. And even these simp brothers too. You cannot be on the sidelines and run your mouths. Can't do that. Yeah, she been up, yeah. Represent too. You know, besides Jesse, hey, come to ladies. Come check out Underrated Donkeys. He got some great stuff. And I got a salute to the sister. Everybody, like, you know. Yeah, these 2 hours, yes, sir. So, you know, I want to do part 2 with you, Tom Malone, soon. You know, and I'm with chop up, and that's it. He gonna ask me a question about me. It's been a while. That's day 1 right there. Inside of space and outside of space. And besides them, She Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to you, doing a great job. And you know, everybody in here, you're doing a great job outside the community. You're doing your thing. And I'm really proud of you. I'm talking about the ones in the chat. Keep up doing the good work, you know. Stand on truth. Yeah, sometimes of the same gender, you see they doing stuff, you know, they do something bad, but they don't call it out. And I'm talking about the black man and the black woman. They don't call it out. Nah, I feel that. Nah, it's wrong. But I want to have a little fun today. You know, let's talk about things, man. You know, they clowns out here. But again, let's shout out to the ones in New Mexico. They had a bad flood. You actually see a nice house just flooded down. Oh, man, it was so depressing and stuff. So I said a silent prayer for the people in New Mexico. But I'm, hey, look. I'm so African descent. No doubt. I still gonna rep our people. Leaving God first. But I still rep our people. But yeah, humanity, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that they have, you know, say love for us. Something happened to us, this USA, but they don't, especially us as African descent. Even some of our people don't even have love for us. You know, they turn against us, but you know. Okay, cool, no problem. Now, you know, Brother Jesse, they talk about that. Hey, what's up, Brother Absolute? How you doing? Yeah, Texas and New Mexico. Thanks for reminding me, right? And so I'm gonna put the link, man. Come on up. You know, so ladies, come on up. You know what I mean? Put the link out there. Keep up doing the fine work, you know. Brother Option, I see you doing your thing. I said, I'm coming to the X. Trust and believe. Coming to the X soon. You know, I want you. Oh, yeah, all behind the scenes. Oh, Brother Option, I want you to hit me up. Please hit me up. I wanna. Carolina, yeah. People getting hit around. They think, you know, people, you know, Carolina as well. They think it's sweet. Now, you know, now I hit roll. Now, it hit. Yeah. That karma coming back again. I'm not wishing down nobody. I'm just saying. Crazy. That's what, like, there was a link right there. Hit it. You know, ladies, come up too. Bob Selene, you want to come up? You come up too. Ladies, I want you to come up too. So hit the like, man. I want you to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share this out and sub. You see what flash right there? Hit the Cash App. Hit the PayPal. So, always a pleasure, brother Alex. That's my LDBC fan right there. again, Lions Den boxing community, salute to you, my brother. Always support me throughout the year. Salute to you. Keep up the fine work yourselves. Yeah, man, let's go. You know? And I think it's very, very important that I can't even donate. At least hit the like, share it out, and drop some comments wherever I finish my lives. Drop some comments, yo. Drop it. And we could talk about, New Mexico, Texas. Man, it's a bad flood. You can come on up, Brother Jesse. Bad flood. Texas, bad. You right there to let me know about Texas. Bad. Yeah, I remember a few years ago, up northern Texas, they was frozen. Springtime, a few years ago. Welcome.
What's going on, underwriter? Salute.
Salute to you, brother. How you doing?
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir. I get you.
Yeah, so FEMA's broke. So all these people that's having these natural disasters, they're not going to be able to pay to have their houses restored or fixed or any of that.
What's the vote for? I mean, let's be honest. We gotta talk about this. This is beyond African descent. What's the sense to vote for? I'm being honest. Then people that I mess with Trump. Trump is deporting people that looks like us back, ain't a U.S. citizen.
Well, that dude, he was from Jamaica, so he wasn't technically a U.S. citizen. But yeah, I know what you're saying. But this is what they voted for.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, it's crazy to me. But see, I'm crazy. Oh, you against Trump? Oh, I keep on telling you, y'all. I keep on telling people, if you're going to deal with somebody, you gotta know the background. The background never change.
Right.
The policies never change.
Yeah. Well, Biden opened the floodgates to let them come on in.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So this what I'm saying is this. Y'all, if y'all could talk about Biden, let's talk about Trump too. Only different thing is it's the same thing. It's two different parties.
Yeah.
Policy never change.
Yeah.
We gotta keep it above.
So now, there was a year that the Haitians took over Brooklyn. They ran ICE out of Brooklyn. Is that true?
I don't know. They ran out of ICE out of Brooklyn, whatever it is. But when it comes to us in Africa, they don't want to be involved with us. I mean, I can do a story on it. Brooklyn, I'm born and raised. I know what I'm talking about. I've been around it and stuff. I got to check. I heard about it. I just got to check in a little bit and stuff like that. The West Indians. I'm talking about some. They never don't want no parts of African descent. But your benefit, all the benefits that you have in New York, especially New York City, with the benefit of the back of us.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. And even I'm gonna go one thing better. Let's talk about throughout the United States. Same thing too.
Well, they always tell us that they get told at customs not to have nothing to do with Black Americans, to stay far, far away from us.
But you on the property.
Yeah.
That you bear fruit of us. You stand on the blood of African descent in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that.
They don't want to talk about that though. They just over here take like that chick from Uganda. There was this video of this chick from Uganda. She said, "I ain't come to build with y'all. I come to take."
What? And I'm gonna tell you something too. I'm trying to be nice today because I believe in our women. But your Black women, I'm gonna go by what Jesse's wife said. Your black woman gotta be, y'all gotta come out and say things too. I'm going by right. Am I right, brother?
You're right. You're right. And that's exactly
He
what
was right there. So I don't want people thinking you hubbing on black women, you beat up on black women. No, he was right there. Y'all gotta stand up too. Not going by the strength of his wife.
Right.
Y'all gotta say certain things too. Because us as men, we do. Some of us we talking, we showing, but y'all gotta come, y'all gotta say certain things too, because they did a lot of things against y'all too.
Yeah.
That hurt our people too.
Yeah. Well, Trump,
and that's off the strength of his wife. I'm going off the strength of his wife said. All right.
Yeah.
So it's on record right here. It's on the record right here. Sports and Politics Talks on the Darkness Roundtable, part 22. My brother Jesse right here. That's what his wife said. And you see nodding his head. He was right there. I don't want no one to come in. Oh, you beating up, because I'm telling you right now, you come after me, it ain't gonna be sweet.
Right.
Any simp brothers too. You come after me, ain't gonna be sweet.
Right.
So I'll cover both.
Right.
Y'all gotta come out and say something, because the flood that brother Jesse talking about, New Mexico and Texas, they talking about Spanish people getting hit. There's a rival us, look like us getting hit. They ain't saying nothing about that.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing. You see, they always show the white and the rules and stuff. But what about us as a people? We own houses too.
Right. Well, we seen what they did with Katrina. They didn't give a damn about us, and even come out and say it that George Bush didn't care about black people. So it's hurricane season, and I'm expecting a big one to hit Florida, and a big one to hit Texas, and possibly Louisiana. So FEMA's broke. So if you're in those areas, do your best to evacuate they can't even evacuate now because he cut the funding to NOAA. So they're not even going to be able to notify them when the disaster is coming.
But this is the same president, right? Well, he was a president before, right?
Yeah.
Because he's 47 president, right?
Yeah.
So he Orange Crush 47. I don't want to call him Orange Crush. Let people know. But Orange Crush 45, right? Yeah. This the same same president that giving out security clearance to his family.
Yep.
This is the same president.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
Also, this is the same president. Oh, I'm gonna make sure to do this and that. And look what happened. Of the our sister, a head leader singer of Loose Ends, been a United States citizen for years.
Yeah. And
have her deported back.
Yeah.
Never hear nothing from her doing anything back. Abide by U.S. laws, abide by everything else. Never seen her trouble. Deported her back. So that's what I'm saying like this. So listen, I'm saying like this, and I'm gonna say it again. And I'm brother that. Yo, hood, I'm missing. But like the late great brother Malcolm X, as I know, brother Malik Shabazz.
Yeah.
He said go 50 years ago, go 6 years ago, get hood rate. We get hood rate right now.
Yeah.
Back then, it wasn't really highly no technology. It was black and white.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, Jesse, I'm being honest with you. I've been quiet. I've been looking. I've been seeing certain things. But now we got the own. Yeah. Don't worry about y'all. I'm going to talk about sports in a few minutes. I just want to get that out. But our people again just don't get it. And I ain't talking about the ones in the hood. I ain't talking about like me and you in the community. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the one that the middle class, lives prestigious neighborhoods, even the higher brackets.
Are you talking about the ones that was wearing the shirts, niggas for Trump?
Right. They do. And then you got the men. Then you got the men of the pyramid, and women like, and then the women deal with the men. Like, you know what I mean? We gonna call them close the door back room board members. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You heard it first from here. You can use my thing. Give me an announcement.
Since we're talking politics, what's your thoughts on old boy Mandani? He's from Uganda, and he got the Democratic primary nomination. Or his parents are from Uganda, rather. And then he's what we would consider an anchor baby. The socialist guy, you know what I'm talking about, the one that they bigging up. The socialist. $30 an hour, and he's going to invest money into affordable housing, and he was going to make wine into blood into wine.
Hey, it sound like a good slogan, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it doesn't work, right? You know what slogan he talking about, y'all. Now, do you really want me to say it? Jesse, see, you always trying to get me in trouble. Good trouble. You sick. I think you trying to ease your way. You want to get me out. You ain't right. I'm just letting you know right now. You ain't right. You're not getting ready to say something. But you see, you ain't right. But I'm going to say this, though. So I'm going to be nice today. If you understand the slogan of white supremacy, can I just talk about UPNs? White supremacy policies for centuries and centuries. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm talking about.
Yep. So is this guy going to do anything to help Black New Yorkers? That's what I would like to know. So y'all
anybody, let me tell you something. As you know, because I'm talking for a Black Panther, that his father, I'm talking about his father, Jesse, that bring the first chapter of the Black Panther Party in Colorado back in the 60s. So he will know what I'm talking about here. Right? Yeah. I'm talking history here. Because people think I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? It's channel, bro. I bring history. I bring history. But see, this is what I'm saying is this though too. Yeah, there you go. Throw it up there. Let's show people. Throw it up there. See, I'm not lying. I tells the truth. Right. See what I'm talking about? You see, he throws it up there. He's a Black Panther to the day. But yeah, there you go. But see, get back what I'm saying, bro. I'm telling you, can Google it too. Any Black man, any Black woman that stands for African descent globally end up dying.
Yep.
Or end up being compromised of the late, or despite, let's be honest, of the late Nelson Mandela. He has been compromised.
Yep. And Winnie Mandela had realized that after he got out of prison.
Right.
And Donald,
so you think about it, right? So think about when South Africans, white South Africans, are supposed to understand and pay for their debt, what they did for us as Africans for centuries and centuries. What he did, he built a bigger anti-African.
Well, remember he said that it was our issue. It was the American Negroes' issue was their issue, and it was not his problem. That's what he said. And we were sitting up here saying, "What's the word, Johannesburg? What's the word, Johannesburg?" And he gets out and he completely turned coat and said, "That's y'all problem. We got our own issues."
Yeah. So
when American Blacks do it, then it's a problem. When we say, "Hey, we got our own issues to deal with." Oh, you're xenophobic. Oh, you're that. No, we're tired of putting on the cape for all these other groups, like you had already alluded to, the Latinos. The Latinos sitting up here, oh, we being deported. They're deporting us. Well, we warned you. He warned you. He said, look, I'm going to focus on mass deportations. I get in the office, I'm going to focus on mass deportations.
Look what they did. Right. Look what they did to the brother in Jersey.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Robert Brooks, the one that beat to death in Marshy Correctional Facility? Or are you talking about a different person?
It was different.
Oh, okay.
He was a legend. He's a legend. He's a legend in New Jersey politics. He's like he was like
oh, you talking about Baraka?
Right. Him.
Yeah. But Baraka, he wasn't doing that for us. He was doing that for them immigrants. He wasn't crashing out for.
That's true. I'm just saying. I'm just bringing that point. But look what happened, though. He was compromised too.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't going to check out the facilities where our people are housed and have been housed for decades. You want to go check out the ICE facility.
Yeah. So again, let me make this announcement. Welcome to my channel. I'm Really Dark is yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best case seekers on social media, the best in the business. This is for Sports and Politics Talks on the Darkest Round Table, part 22. The Truth, hashtag the Truth. Number one grinder. I forgot to put the hashtag. I got to change that.
Yeah.
But let me mention that because I want to talk about sports a little bit. I don't know you heard, but the Knicks hired the 32nd coach of New York Knicks history, Mike Brown.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they hired him. Yes, he did. He had a press conference yesterday. I was gonna do it, but I didn't feel like doing it. So that's how I was gonna do specifically about that, but I said let me throw a little sports in there. So let me throw a little politics in there. So they hire him. So he is the 32nd coach of New York Knicks history. He multi-champion. As assistant, he two-time coach of the year. He had coached LeBron James. I really don't care about.
He's a Lakers coach.
Huh?
He's a former Lakers coach, or who?
As a Laker coach, yes, a Laker coach, yes. And also he coached the late great Kobe Bryant, and also throughout the years of San Antonio, dominant. You know, with Coach Pop, he helped coach Tim Duncan, the great Tim Duncan, and the great Dave Robinson. We got to put Dave Robinson there. And he's one of the greats too. I mean, he's like, but he's a great and stuff like that. And also he was around the dominant years of Golden State.
Okay.
So he's around the Splash Brothers and all that. So with Steve Kerr and stuff. So I feel that is pretty good. Higher. He will play the bench. That's what we need. Get some more on the bench. It's gonna be fast. He like things fast.
Well, he get to the finals without his coaching. So y'all were doing good. Y'all made it to the finals. Y'all
he went to the Eastern Finals. Yeah, it's just that ran out of gas, and Coach Tibbs did not want to play his, the bench that you should play the bench. I mean, you got to go by what the NBA doing right now. They go 9 and 10, 11 deep. That's how you got to win games right now. And Coach Tibbs, great job he did with the Knicks, but I was never a fan of his because you just cannot play your starters. Like, especially going to playoffs, like going on 50 minutes. They're going to tie it out. Your body's going to give out one way or the other. And while you could strengthen your best, who knows? We could probably would have beat Indiana.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's roll the bridge. I'm glad he lost. People that ask me, what do you think about Tibbs? I mean, I'm not sad that he left. But he gonna find a job anyway because when you this color, when you're not this color, you're gonna find a job anyway. Look at Mike Brown. And Mike Brown got a better resume than him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, we have
what they did him in Sacramento, that was wrong. Now I can tell you that's wrong. Yeah. But so for me, so I want us to talk more about that later on. That's why I want people to come up. I want people to come up. Let's talk. And so talk about everything. Because it's been a while I haven't done sports and politics and stuff. And so I want to give the people a chance to really just, let's talk. I'll say, hey, put the link up. Let's talk.
Right. Yeah, I missed your little round tables that you do. So I'm glad I was able to get on this one.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So my Nuggets, they fired we fired our head coach. We got a new head. We fired him before the playoffs begun. He was our head coach for like 10 years.
Yeah, champion. What's your championship?
Yeah, he brought us to the championship. He sure did. But we wasn't able to do it.
I don't know. So I will anything that deals with the Knicks in the future, I will talk about it. And just have a conversation. So Coach Brown, he got to get his coaching staff done. I know I believe he's gonna be coaching the NBA Summer League. I believe. I think it's talk today or tomorrow, stuff like that. And so let's see what happens with that. And so they made some trades. I didn't really pay attention to it. I gotta go back, see it and stuff like that. But I'll probably do some more Knicks stuff throughout, before the season starts and everything. And let's see what happens. But get back to the flood. Yeah, I want us to go on to talk about more Mike Brown later on. So please come up. About the flood.
Mm-hmm.
As you've seen. Can you tell us what you've seen?
So what I seen was they didn't get the notification out to the people that there was a severe thunderstorm coming through until hours after the fact. So they were predicting like 2 to 6 inches of rain. They ended up getting 16 inches of rain. So NOAA or whatever the weather mechanisms out there weren't equipped for this. So they weren't able to notify the residents before it happened. So they could plan accordingly and evacuate accordingly. So almost over 100 people have died now as a result of this in Texas, Central Texas, roughly between San Antonio and Dallas. That whole area has been flooded. And Governor Rolaids, otherwise Governor Bud, Governor Abbott, he didn't put the proper precautions in. He cut the funding at the state level for the technology to notify the people of natural disasters. So now there's 100 people dead as a result of this. No accountability from Greg Abbott or Trump. I don't even think Trump's been out there to check out the site. So he's pulling similar to what George Bush did under Katrina, waited weeks, if not months, before they toured the disaster site. Also, they got flooding going on in the Carolinas. Tropical storm Chantel hit them earlier this week, and they're still trying to recover from that. Also, there's still people recovering from the hurricanes from last year in parts of North Carolina and down there in Florida as well, where the panties, the Satan is. So it's going to be a very long hurricane season, and FEMA's broke, and NOAA's funding has been cut.
That's what's up. Matter of fact, how's your family doing? Sorry, I've been so. I'm sorry.
Lady Chase doing all right. Her wound finally healed up, so that's good. She got to have some follow-up appointments. They didn't tell her how much of her guts they took out, so she's like having problems keeping food down. So it's like she's like a bottomless pit right now. Whatever she eats just goes right through her. So we got to get to the bottom of that. But besides that, she's doing all right.
Yeah, much prayers to you and your family. I've been praying for y'all.
Thank you.
But go back to the flood. When I was looking at it, that was briefly yesterday. But when I was setting up the live hours ago, I actually see a house. It was like newly built, just floating.
Yeah.
Remind me of Hurricane Katrina, the other floods, but this one was floating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it float, and then while the current got bigger, it crushed it. I was doing it when I was doing my live, and I was like putting it on other social media. I did like this, like,
yeah.
And this is the summer 2025, yo.
Yep.
This is like you said, this towards hurricane season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Season. This is summer. This ain't no fall anything. So I tell you, I was like, but see, get back to what we talk about, right? Here's the same over 50% of women vote for Trump.
Yep.
This is the same some of Hispanics had voted for Trump.
Yep.
This is the same people who live in rural lands that don't look like us that vote for Trump. And look what happened in your land right now.
Yep. These are the same ones that voted for Trump. And now
but I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, you hate people. No one grinder.
No, you just hate.
He's not
you just hate love.
You. Oh, Trump is for us as black people. Huh?
I mean, he coming down on everybody but us. I'll give him that. He coming after all these other groups. Because usually when the Democrats are in office, we're the ones that's under fire.
I understand that, but this is what I'm saying. He's not coming up. But he's not doing enough to protect us.
No. Hell no. Hell no. He never said he was. He just said, hey, mass deportation.
He just said, no, that's what business people do. They gave us numbers that make us feel good.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't mean that he's going to put those numbers in our community.
Nope.
Hey, look now. I just turned on June 4th, this past June 4th. I turned 59.
Yep.
I'm not saying that I know everything, but I know something.
Your birthday is the same as my late grandfather's, by the way. His birthday was 2, 1945.
I know something. And I'm just saying like this. If we understand that white supremacy works, we gotta understand. Stop saying just they get a lot of help of other nationalities around the world. We gonna keep the United States because we in the United States, but we understand globally. But this is what I'm saying. But see, we don't listen to Dr. Claude Anderson and the rest of them, right? All that stuff is coming inspiration right now. But check it out, Brother Jesse. But something wrong with us that we talk.
Dr. Claude Anderson warned us decades ago what they was gonna do. What was going to happen? Dr. Claude Anderson, he warned us.
Dr. Claude Anderson, almost 70 years he been doing, right? Yeah. He get up in it. But check it out, though. This is the same Dr. Claude Anderson was talking about with the Indians that enslaved us, the high gain land of us, that refused citizenship of us, against us and everything. Why do you think the Indians ain't saying nothing? Hold up now, brother Jesse. Hold up now. But I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you know what you're talking about.
No, I know you're not saying you. I'm just saying other people. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Because we gotta throw them Indians in it too, because the Indians want the white supremacy. No.
Yeah, remember?
They the one talking about
how they named the 5 civilized tribes. They
Right.
said we're
Guess
gonna
who gave them the right?
spare the and then we're gonna kill the Indian. So
Right.
those are the ones that were able to those tribes were the ones that were able to assimilate into whiteness, and they got
Right.
on what white supremacy was talking about, and they were snatching us up and enslaving us as well, and doing the bidding of the white supremacist slave masters. So they mean it's no good. They mean it's no good. So when they talk about, why did your people sell us out to the white man? Why did your people enslave our people and not give us what was owed to us after the Civil War? That's what that treaty of 1866 was all about, that Dr. Claude Anderson's always talking about, because many of those tribes, they had owned freedmen. And
you're talking about 1865 to 1866.
Yeah, the 1866, yes, the 1866 Indian Treaty. And a lot of those tribes had owned us. And when the Civil War was over, there's the same tribes that started with the Confederacy. They started with the Confederacy. And when the war was over, they were supposed to give up that land and them benefits to the freedmen, and they reneged on their deal, on the deal. And they ended up giving it Dow Rosians for $5. Any of these white people could say that they was Native American and they could get rights to that land and those benefits.
And you know, brother Jesse, and the ones that gave them the land, right, is the DC Democrats that started in the 1920s.
Yep. The Dixie
So ironic they gave them the name the $5 Indians.
Yep.
Isn't that ironic? That wasn't no Republican. I'm not saying no Republican was part of it. Yes, they was. But the one who was in power at that time was the Democrats, good old DC Democrats. You know, the one had the federal flags and stuff. One had storm and all. That and also former President Joe Biden. He is a second generation Democrat. You see, you understand how y'all operates. Again, I don't know what I'm talking.
He studied under Stone Sturman and East.
There you go. And that was part of the strategy. Hold on.
Yeah, so we're talking about the Southern Strategy, which was Bull Connor on George Wallace face. Segregation yesterday, segregation today, and segregation tomorrow. That one. Sleepy Jim.
Jackie. Hold on, brother.
Okay. That's who Sleepy Jim Crow Biden studied under. So when they try to tell us that Biden was the lesser of two evils, that was a lie. Biden is the architect of mass incarceration. He was responsible for locking up millions of black people from 1972 until last year. He was responsible for every crime bill since 1972. It's Biden's law, Biden's bill. So Democrats mean us no good. Republicans mean us no good. Even the third party at this point don't mean us no good, because they puppet strings too, and they don't support our reparations. And if none of these parties are supporting our reparations, then we shouldn't even bother with them. But getting back to the dump, he's doing it exactly what he said he was going to do. So you can't be too mad at him. At least he was honest about what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Biden said that he was going to pass the George Floyd Policing Act, or rather Kamala Harris said she was going to pass the George Floyd Policing Act. That never happened. The John Lewis Voting Act, that never happened. We still don't have an anti-black hate crime legislation. Oh, underrated. I just learned today that Louisiana, they're looking at giving a hate crime. It's a hate crime now if you attack a police officer in Louisiana. What? So even the race soldiers have protection, even more so than us. Even more so.
Oh, so the race people get protected already?
Yeah, they already got qualified immunity. So now they want to give them, if you harm one of them, it's a hate crime now in Louisiana.
Wow.
But if they us, it's a suicide by cop.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
crazy times.
So what that means? So what that means that the ones in the institutions, the one people practicing slaughtering African descent, right? In these spiritual and other education institutions now is being protected. Tell them if I'm right or wrong. I can stand be corrected.
Yeah, the race soldiers, the police, the law enforcement, they're now being protected. Even more so. If they didn't already have enough protections, if Osambo didn't already pass enough protections for them, because remember, Osambo passed all kinds of protections for law enforcement when he was in office. So if they didn't get enough protection from that, now they got additional protections, and if you harm one of them, it's a hate crime.
Yeah. Wow. And I think we should talk more about that, brother. Because
Yeah.
it's current now. You know what I mean? And but we don't really know. It's just that the young people feel to understand. But they think it's like rainbow collision. But it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
The show must in their mind, the show must go on.
The show must go on, and we still as a people have no protections.
No.
Everybody else got protections though. The LGBTQ got protections.
Yeah.
The Asians got protections. Remember to stop Asian hate, even though we're still the number one victim of hate crimes in this country. The small hats, they got protections. White people in general protections.
Yeah.
So we still ain't got no protections in this country, and we built this damn country. There'll be no United States without our ancestors' blood, sweat, and soil. And we got no damn hate crime legislation at any state, local, or federal level.
Yeah. It's just sad, bro. It's sad that we don't get no protection. What protection we got now, bro?
Like they can call us the N-word all they want, and nothing happens to them. They got a whole woman that made $1 million off of calling a black Somali child, the N-word, silent Hicks, and ain't nobody saying nothing about it. This woman raised $1 million off of calling a black child a nigger.
Yeah. I mean, it's really sad, bro.
But if you call these other groups by their racial slurs, they'll consider that a hate crime.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
And what's so underrated? These are the same people that was talking about just say the N-word. You can't tell us not to say the N-word. These same people that was talking that bullshit now begging for our help, talking about FBAs, where y'all at? We need your help. We need your support.
Right.
No, you can hold your own chalupa, your own taco, and your own burrito.
Right.
We already tried to have that black and brown bull crap. And y'all told us we know black, especially you Dominicans. Y'all told us we know black. Everybody know black. And then when it's time to be black, then they want to be black and say, hey, we need to come together as a diaspora and fight against this beast. And we've been telling y'all that for decades. Thanks for finally realizing that. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about, underrated. Did you hear about the Essence Fest? What happened at the Essence Fest?
I heard a little bit about it. Elaborate, please.
So as you know, the Essence Festival started by four FBA brothers, and it was a celebration of FBA music and culture. Well, the owner ended up selling it to two Africans, one from Liberia and the other one I think is from Nigeria, and they have basically remixed it, and they had a whole jambalaya rice versus jollof rice competition, and they disrespected Mills, are great artists, music legends. Mills, they disrespected her, and then they was like, "Well, you can't expect us to do nothing for y'all because you sold it to us. So now we're just gonna do it this way." So they got a lot of backlash for that, especially since the Essence Festival takes place every year in New Orleans, and they were trying to co-op Mardi Gras and a slew of other celebrations that we celebrate in the NO.
Yeah.
So Essence Fest got a lot of backlash behind that.
That's crazy. It was it goes to show that even people that look like us, that other countries, that part of that negativity against our people, they make money of us.
Yeah.
They trying to change our culture.
Mm-hmm.
But you got chased out of where you at.
Right. That part.
That's crazy to me.
So it's caused a lot of upheaval, and a lot of people are boycotting the Essence Fest now, similar to when they would try to get Fat Joe to host it, and we shut that shit down. Then he tried to host the BET Awards, we shut that down, and now Fat Joe is going through similar to what Diddy was going through. They got him on a whole bunch of SA charges.
When Fat Joe
yeah, I remember Fat Joe, the one that was telling us that we was a bunch of broke niggas and that hip hop was 50-50 black and Latino. That same Fat Joe.
They gave him all his money, but they said no. You still living.
Yeah. So now he's going through it, and that's anti-black karma for you. He said up here and talked bad against FBAs. Said we didn't create hip hop. Said that we were a bunch of broke ends and all of this, and now you're getting that karma now, Fat Joe, Ozempic Joe. I have no pity for these Latinos.
No pity, and even when you said the same thing to Buster Rhymes too.
Yeah, he did that too. The hell with Fat Joe.
You know, African descent always been part of you split out first.
Yeah,
so
but
we have to talk like on 7 years old.
We're the only ones underrated of African descent that's proud to be black. The rest of the diaspora, they want to be everything but black. The Haitians, they want to be Frenchmen. The Dominicans, they want to be Spaniards.
Yeah.
The Mexicans, they want to be Spaniards.
Right.
They got black. They just started classifying like 10 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
All throughout Central America, South America, they don't want to be black. They want to be anything but black. You got people like Sammy Sosa that's bleaching themselves. Look at him. Sammy Sosa look horrible. He look like a damn
dog.
Yeah. Yes, that's right, sister. Black first over here. That's right. We black first. All day, every day.
Welcome back, sister. Welcome back. Hey, I'm in a good mood. You know, I'm in a good mood. You know, somebody send me some stuff. You know, I really appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm in a good mood, kid. I'm gonna show some love. Yeah. So whoever they think.
She's been the whole time, underrated. She's been here.
Huh?
The sister Masanja.
On the night.
Yes, Night. Yeah, she's been here the whole time.
You ain't said nothing. Sister Masona night. I just messing. People. I just messing. Jesse, keep on talking. I gotta let me get something to drink. I'll be right back. Keep on.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we Black First over here, and we're not gonna allow these monks to ruin, stifle what we got going on. This is the reparations generation, the reparations and tangibles generation. So we're not gonna let these other groups stand in the way of our progress at all. That we warn them about voting for the orange man. They didn't think fat meat was greasy, and now they effed around and found out, and now they're getting deported, and they want us to come to their rescue. No, remember, y'all didn't want to have no coalition with us. Y'all didn't want to have black and brown, black and yellow, black and whatever, fill in the blank coalition. Y'all wanted to use us for a numerical value and then abandon us in our time of need. And them days are over. We're not doing it no more. The cape is off. We ain't caping for you other groups. Y'all can hold your own us. We're not doing it no more because y'all have not reciprocated it at all. Y'all don't include us in y'all festivals. Y'all don't include us in your events. But yet y'all want to come and try to stifle Juneteenth. Want to try to take over. These Caribbeans are talking about Juneteenth takeover. Juneteenth ain't got nothing to do with the Caribbean. What else was I gonna say? Juneteenth has nothing to do with the Caribbean. That was our emancipation here in the States. That has to do with us. That's an FBA holiday, like Memorial Day, which was Decoration Day. That's an FBA holiday. That has nothing to do with the Caribbeans. That has nothing to do with the Africans. But they sit up here and try to take over our events, and we're just not doing it. They have their Puerto Rican Day parades. They have their Haitian Day parades. They have their Caribbean Day parades. We don't try to stand in the way of that. But then when we have our Juneteenth parades, they want to try to take over that. When we have our Memorial Day stuff, they want to try to co-opt that. We're not doing it no more. The delineation is in full effect. And if you're not on board with it, you're just going to get left behind. Because we're tired of y'all dumping y'all trash on us. And then when it's convenient, oh, this is a win for Pan-Africa. No. When y'all get an award, y'all, it's a win for Ghana. It's a win for Nigeria. It's a win for Jamaica. But when it's time, when y'all commit a crime, though, oh, the black community needs to get it together. Oh, what is going on with the black community? The black community just needs to do better. And they leave out the fact that these people is not of our lineage. They're not of our ancestry. They are foreigners cosplaying as FBAs. So we're not doing it no more. The cape is off. We're not doing it no more. You're not going to continue to dump your trash on us. We're not doing it. So that's what I have to say about that. Getting back to the dump. FEMA's broke. So if you have a disaster, good luck with that, because you're not gonna be able to repair or replace nothing that you lost. You'll get like $750 checks at the most, and that's all they're gonna be able to offer you, because the previous administration bankrupted the economy by allowing all these damn illegals into the damn country, which bankrupted several cities. Health systems, like in my city here in Denver, it's a sanctuary city. Our health system, our Denver health system got bankrupted. Our DPS system, our school system got bankrupted. So we're gonna have to have a $250 million shortfall next year as a result of this invasion. They call them newcomers, but they're not newcomers, they're invaders. and now they protesting in Mexico. They say it's too many Americans moving to Mexico. They raising the prices in Mexico. So now they sitting up here protesting. I seen videos of them busting out the windows and stealing or looting and stealing stuff that they always accuse us of in the States. They was doing that down in Mexico. And that president over there, she's not even Mexican. She's from California. So it's all convoluted. The whole situation down there is all bad. Again, they can hold their own chalupas. We got our own problems to worry about. Like I was telling already, we still ain't got an anti-black hate crime legislation. Every black politician in this country should be pushing for anti-black hate crime legislation as well as reparations. But they're not doing that. The Congressional Black Caucus is useless. They need to be dismantled. They just need to change their name because they're not doing nothing to benefit black people. They benefit every other group but black people. These black congressmen and legislatures and House of Representatives, they need to go in 2026 because that's when the midterms is up. And we need to vote them out of office. If they're not going to do nothing specifically for foundational Black Americans, Senator Maxwell Slavery Freedman, then they need to go. So the CBC needs to go.
Yeah.
Okay, you're back.
Yeah. You keep on.
They need to go underrated. They're not doing us no good.
They not.
They don't even say nothing about black people. They say we do work for minorities. The other caucuses, like you look at the Hispanic caucus, they do specifically for Hispanics. You look at the Asian caucus, Asian Pacific Islander caucus, they do specifically for Asian Pacific Islanders. You look at the Jewish caucus, they do specifically for them. But the black caucus, they want to do for any and everybody but black people. So they need to go.
They need to go, yeah. Again, let me announce this again. Welcome to my channel, Honorary Darkness. Yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media, best for business. I will get to you in a few seconds. Sister Mashona Knight, I'm going to read this out. This is Sports and Politics Talks on the Darkness Roundtable, Part 22. Part 22. And hashtag the truth, the #1 grinder. All right. She said, well, a lot of so-called brown communities don't like us anyway, even though technically they're black. But they want us to split and FBA.
I think she meant
split ADS. Okay, we need to stay out of it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You ain't worried about it.
These same groups, these are the same ones that's talking about, come on, FBA, come help us. Where the FBA's at? Where y'all at? Our rights are being violated. First of all, you wouldn't have no goddamn rights if it wasn't for us. All you groups that talk about your rights, this, your rights, that, if it wasn't for foundational Black Americans, y'all wouldn't have none of that. We the only ones that fought for rights for everybody. Not just for us, but for everybody. And
you know what? I'm gonna take something my late mother used to say, but I'm gonna say it in a political sense. If you make that decision, stand on it.
Yeah, stand on it.
Stand on it.
Now,
Don't go backwards. He said,
right.
Don't go backwards. Stand on it. No. That's what you said. Stand on it.
Right. Y'all
That's
didn't
what my
want
late mother told me.
Yeah, right.
Stand on it. No, ain't no. She said we not gonna go in the dark room and act like nothing happened. Stand on it.
Stand on it.
Stand on it. So me and Jesse on the night, everybody else here, stand on it.
Right. Stand on it. And we've been standing on business. We've been standing on the business. And
y'all know what's going on.
Yeah.
You think Trump was good? Swiping the flag right here. Oh yeah, he in the country. But y'all the same ones
when all this stuff is going on, you know, back in 2020, right? When he was taking it in your land, he was doing like this. You remember that? Doing water on y'all. You remember that, right?
That was in 2017. That was under after Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico.
Right? He was like this on y'all.
He was shooting.
Yeah. Irish Crush 45. That also did to y'all, right?
That's what he told him. The biggest trash. There's a pile of trash in the ocean. It's called Puerto Rico.
And I knew this. Let me tell you, I knew a brother. God bless him. He passed on April 22nd, 2020. His name was Muhammad's the One. He always used to come here, and he's one of the few Black Puerto Ricans that represent for our people.
Yeah.
You should hear the things how he would say how they treat us as a people.
Mm-hmm.
The light skin and the dark skin. You know what I'm saying? When I pull it up, I play it. It was Shin a chill. And he was a real brother from New York. Real brother. Passed away. That's my brother. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? Passed away 5 years, man. Yeah, come on. But Trump.
Yep.
This he was doing us.
Wham dunk. Yep. Well, not to us, to them.
Yeah, gold water to them like the savages, right? Irish Crush 45.
He said
that's not long ago.
He said y'all from shithole nations.
Right. That was not long ago. That's less than 10 years. That's maybe less than 6 years ago.
But
right? That's recent.
These same ones, they don't like us. The head of LULAC said that was the Negro's problem. The Negro needs to deal with their own problem.
That's recent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Shithole. He was like, drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check it out, Jesse. GRINDA, yo, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's all go. You can Google it.
Yep, you can.
Google it. He called shithole. Yeah, he was like this.
Boom. I
thought
shoes at him. I was waiting on them to throw a shoe at him like they did George Bush. Remember when?
Yeah. That's wrong.
And they threw them shoes at him.
But at the same time, speed it up to 2. You know, I'm gonna stop. We gonna clown today. Well, we got to get back to the sports and everything. I want to talk about that, Mike Brown. But we gonna clown today because I feel like clowning today. I really do. But y'all the same ones tell us the African to say. I ain't talking about the Puerto Rican that on our side that know they black. I'm not talking about y'all that with us. You know what I'm saying? Not talking about y'all. We ain't talking about y'all. Y'all good with us. You know you black. You right?
We talking
about the one, huh?
The Bronco ones, the ones that want to assimilate with whiteness, the ones that they're only brown when it's convenient. That's
the ones do not like Castro, the late great Castro. Oh, yeah, I didn't know. I ain't saying you just. I know about that, right? Why didn't they keep throwing them out back in the late 50s?
Oh, I know why. I know why, because they wanted to have equality in Cuba between the black Cubans and the white Cubans, and they said, "To hell with that. We're not doing that." So Castro said, "Okay, well, you refuse to get on point with that. Here you go. I'm kicking you out."
And at the same time, he was for African independence back then too, and they didn't like that. Let's go. All right, come. Work with me here, because now we're going to speed it up from that time to 1995 when they had the black man. Don't fuck. I know. Listen, I'm not saying that I know everything, but I know some history here. I can back it up. And then at the same time, the same Castro, right?
Yep.
That's when that Million Man March, right? He said the only one that was sent to study medicine and be doctors are people of African descent.
Yep.
I'm not gonna do it to other people.
Yep.
And that's what Minister Farrakhan was saying. He told the government, but government said no. It should be included. He said no. I want my people. I would pay our people to pay medicine if they want to come to Cuba and help us or help our community and stuff. Cats will come out the government pocket to help our people. This,
Right.
Again, it's not like almost 40 years ago. All right?
Yeah.
I remember because I got married in 1995. I know what I'm talking about because I was going on 29. I heard it loud and clear. And you know who was in office? That no good long nose George Bush.
Oh, I thought it was Slick Willie in 95. Slick Willie was in office.
Yeah, my fault. I mean, all the same, Yeah. The one play the side. Yeah, that mother. The one got his dick sucked in 98. Oh. Did I say my fault? I'm just saying. I mean, he got the slob on the knob. While he doing his conference. I'm just saying. Monica Luisi had blessed the mic.
Yes, she did.
We ain't talking about the one on the step. We talking about. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So that actually let me know, Hillary, you was not blessing the mic. Listen, I'm telling the truth. I'm Monica Luisi was going with the gobble, gobble, gobble. Hillary said, no. She was blowing that horn. Hillary, you wasn't blowing that horn. But you the same one, Hillary Clinton, called us super predators a few years before that in 92.
That's the same.
So I want to know, Hillary, which horn you was blowing instead of your husband horn. Quiet minds want to know. I'm just saying. Listen. Look. I'm part of African descent family. I'm just stating facts here. I'm just saying that. I mean, you was married at the time, going on 20 years. Hillary Clinton. Why you didn't bless the boy? Why you didn't bless him? You know what I'm saying? Instead he blow the saxophone. You should blow his saxophone. Why Marlon Whiskey and blow his saxophone while he was giving a speech? But you call super predators. I gotta repeat this. But you call super predators like 3 years before that.
Super predators. They're dangerous. They're super predators.
But check it out though, bro. We gotta keep it a buck here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Marga Lewinsky was super predator on your husband, right?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
She was super predator on your husband, right?
Yeah.
Saying, Hillary, then you ran in 2020. Then you talk about the other Democratic Party.
Yeah, took the nomination away from Bernie Sanders.
Right. So let us keep it a buck. Ain't truth over here. Bernie Sanders was, again, I'm saying taking up for him. I'm just saying Bernie Sanders that said we need hype up the money. The minimum wage need to hype up to $20 because the economy was going higher. So every American should get paid, including people with disability and stuff like that. He was talking about that.
Yeah.
But you took it away from him. So I'm just saying, Hillary, you check it out though. I mean, let's go back a little bit here. Maybe if you Oh God, I'm trying to be nice here because I know people want to sound. I mean, like Hillary, you know, like your her did play ball. You know what I mean? He got things done. I mean, listen. I'm not a Clinton fan, and he said that, but I'm just saying when he was, you know, president, we got a few stimulants, you know, out of him and everything, and you know, and then I'm let's be honest here, you know. I think he was one of the first presidents. I'm talking about Democrat. I'm not taking for Democrat. I just got to say this, but he the one bullied the Republicans, and you stand up against them, and he had people he had settled against was thugs. Nah,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna do that.
Right.
And so what happened was, why you didn't stick with that playbook, Democrats?
Because they thought they was going to be.
He told me, oh yeah, that happened. Once he did to him, he said, I ain't going to president. I'm the president.
Yeah. They thought they was going to be tougher on crime than the Republicans.
They wasn't. I'm just talking about policies and stuff. The Democrats was more together because they were thugs. They like, no, we're gonna punch you in your face. And then Republicans, but after that, after Clinton left, you know, again, I'm not taking up for the Democrat Party. I'm not. But now they come back to meow, 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 meow. Instead of you could have took a playbook from the Clintons, keep on punching their doggone mouth.
Yeah.
And then the Southerners back then was not happy yet. No, we gonna punch you in your mouth. We don't care. Marlboro whiskey and stuff like that. Okay, you want to do dirt against a president? We got this on y'all. And the Republicans could not say nothing. But after that, we need to be nice. And they came punching meow, meow, meow.
Remember when Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high?
No, we go low, we go lower. Go high. That's our problem. We go high, meow, meow, meow. Y'all put the Purina cat chows or something? Huh? Meow, meow. Even the cat is harder than y'all.
They've been reduced to doing stages on the House floor like Hakeem Jeffries. Another 5 hours of nothing.
What's that proving? What's that proving if you cannot change policy?
Right.
That's what people don't understand. People can talk about Thurgood Marshall, the late great first black justice. Thurgood Marshall, all you want to. All right, there are some stands he took was like, no, I get that. But when he was Chief Justice for almost 30 years, he passed something for us. He was hard. Liberal certain things we didn't agree on. True. But he passed stuff up. And another one we don't talk about is the late great Adam Clayton Powell.
Yes, Adam Clayton Powell. Yes.
Woo! They tried to get him out back. I did it out. They tried to get him out in the late 90s. Oh, he spent money on this and that. But look what happened in 1968. He got back in Congress. Despite they take the seniority ship him, he still got back in a special election back in 1968. We know he passed from cancer in 1972. You know, he got cremated, thrown in the Virgin Islands water and stuff like that. But hey, they couldn't get him out. And then kind of find out the ones that they're trying to get him out later on in the 70s, they did a lot worse than him. And they brought him back. And that's when, if people understand this, that's when Gerald Ford took over Nixon, and that's one of the reasons it was so corrupted of the Republican Party. That's when Jimmy Carter became president in 1976.
Yep, the peanut farmer. Mm-hmm.
The peanut farmer, because what happened, what they did the late great Adam Clayton Powell.
Oh, wow!
Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. I don't know everything, but I know some stuff.
Yeah. I didn't know that part. I didn't know that's why Carter came into office.
I believe that. I ain't gonna say that I was wrong or right, but we got to understand that the ones that you went after claim power, they had a lot of dirt.
Yeah, they did.
And then so what happened was, so the people see this, you know, Peanut. He was always for the Democrat Party. I mean, he had offices. You know, he had experience in different offices in Georgia. But we know as a Peanut Farm, you know, and so
this is after Lyndon Baines Johnson said he wasn't going. I will not seek or expect a nomination of my party for president. Was that the same year?
No, that's back 69.
Oh, okay.
No, he passed away 69, back 68. Lyndon Baines Johnson passed away 69.
Okay.
And then also that's the same year Dwight Eisenhower, he became president in the early 50s. He also passed away too. Yeah. I need to throw the Dwight Eisenhower.
And rumor has it that he was half black.
Who?
Eisenhower.
That's what they said. Wasn't half black when he
He was one of those white passing blacks. So that means that old Sambo wasn't the first black president. Because they said the same thing about Lincoln too. They said Lincoln.
Yeah. But you know what? Some of these white men and white women and other women, they love that black juice, man. You know what I'm talking about. I hate you, but they love that black Mandingo, and also they love that fountain. You know what I'm talking. I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
They love that. They love it.
It's like Dr. Francis Cress Wilson said, it only exists to maintain white genetic survival.
Yeah.
You know, they already mapped it out. They
and right. And right. And go more. Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I was just saying they're at minus birth rate. They already mapped it out. By 2040, they're gonna be the ethnic minority in this country, if not sooner.
Yeah, and also right, and also going point. She talking about the psychology of white supremacy. That's what people understand that. The ISIS papers that she created from 1969 to 1970 talk about the psychology of it.
Right.
A lot of people understand that. They ain't talking about the mindset, talking about the psychology of it.
Right. Which is
because when you pass bills, when you talk white supremacy, you gotta think about their psyche, how they operate. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what people understand what the late great Dr. Francis Crescent talked about. So when you get the iceberg, the psychology of it, that people that very rarely the us as the people talk about. Now there are other people had talked about it in the past, but she broke it down with them. And that's why, like, if she always debate these people, she always wins because she said, you can't be this guy. I see what you do with our young black boys.
Yeah.
The psychology of it. Not just the policy, the psychology of it. Because we gotta understand when you have policies that has a psychology with it, sometimes that is worse than the visual policy of it.
Right.
Because we deal with people, we gotta stop saying they sick. We gotta we gotta understand they had the actual hatred of us as a people. The actual hatred that they've been beneath us. I mean that they feel that we should be beneath them.
Yeah. And the subconscious and conscious behavior that they practice, thought, speech, and action.
Yeah. So we gotta understand that. And I think we should talk more about that, the psychology of it, because it's rampant right now. Look what you just said. The race warriors, right, got more protection than us.
Yeah.
It's not a mistake. We talking about 2025.
Right.
But the number one grinder, Jesse don't know. Oh, you start up stuff. You don't know. Only have to Google. It's right there in your face.
Right. Google's your friend.
And the ISIS papers have been out over 50 years ago. That's not long ago.
No, it's not.
I was 3 years old at the time. In 1969. That is not long ago. We ain't talking about centuries ago, man. We talking about little 50 years ago. That means no, man. Yeah. Let me see. I'm sick of 59. 56 years ago. That's not long ago.
Mm-mm.
And some of us still don't get it.
Nope. I'll be right back. Underrated.
Okay. Yeah, come back. Yeah. So we have to understand that. But we can talk about. Please get the lights up. Anybody that wants to let me put my cash app that y'all want to give. I know it's flash up there. Probably go too fast. Anybody that want to send me a cash app, that'd be greatly appreciated. It goes right back to the channel. On the cash app, that'd be greatly appreciated because I'm trying to get some merch. I got ideas and stuff. I want to get some merch up there. So anybody that's looking, you want to send me a cash app, that'd be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. I'm trying to get the merch up. I got some stuff. I got some stuff on TikTok. Not too long ago, I'm gonna show that. Trying to do something. But Mike Brown is a 32nd coach, new coach of the Knicks, 32nd coach of the Knicks. So welcome, Mike Brown. I'm really surprised that how nobody will see this and come up, let's talk about it. It's very important. So we gotta do right. But welcome. Guessing the point system is shown tonight. Thanks for everybody coming. Please come on in. That's very appreciated. Come on in. Let's have these talks. I'm going to schedule more chop ups and interview and stuff. Matter of fact, I gotta hit Jesse whenever we come back. See when we interview him and everything. Do that. So but if y'all can hear me, press 1. Y'all can hear me, press 1. And my Facebook family, thanks for showing up too. Let me check on my Facebook family. I'm sorry I keep on not mentioning y'all. Check out my Facebook, fam.
All right, I'm back. Underrated. Yeah.
Okay. You back? Okay. Now I have to tell because I'm on Facebook, so I just want to see anybody in the comments.
Okay.
Come on, anybody on Facebook? Come on, join.
Come on down.
Huh?
I said, come on down.
Come on down. Come on, join the conversation. I know you're busy. You can't understand, listen to it and everything. Not. Come on down. No. Yeah, so hit the like button. The like button. Huh?
When are you gonna do this again, Underrated?
What?
Have a channel.
I don't know. I'm really trying to control. I really concentrate on interviews and top ups.
Okay.
So I'll probably have it soon. Are you ready to get off?
Yeah. I gotta get
Okay.
started. But I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, make it last one more. Well, no, I'll still be on, but you make it last one more. Let people know. Go ahead and make it last more.
I appreciate you having me on, Underrated.
No problem.
Make sure y'all check out Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook, and the Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook. I think my lady, she's gonna be doing an RBA sometime this week. We'll be doing Frontline Black News this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and Monday at 10 p.m. East Mountain Standard Time. So that'll be like midnight y'all time on the East. So appreciate you having me on, Underrated. It's always fun.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
And I'll catch you later.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro.
Peace.
All right. Peace. So that is Brother Jesse Barrett, Black Panther Party, part of the Colorado chapter. Again, this is the Sports and Politics Talk on the Darkness Roundtable, Part 20. Now let me get a special shout out to Sister Wise Sports TV. She is the first woman that started that have offline betting. If I pronounce it wrong, so shout out to her. Shout out to her, doing big things over there. Shout out, yeah. Thanks for press that one. You can press one. So shout out to Wild Sports Betting, doing big things over there, and any black woman that doing that are trendsetters, we gotta acknowledge them. So shout out to our sister, Wild Sports Betting, doing big things. You know, excuse me, and very appreciate that. Always support the channel, just like Sister Shona Knight. Always supporting the channel. You know, that's what people understand is when you trying to do what's right, come back to you. They gonna come back when you want to, but it comes back to you. Firm believer. So, was gonna get off, but I'm gonna stay a little long. You know, so getting anybody that wants to Come on, ladies, you want to get on, you can get on. No. Over here, we trying to talk the truth. Also have fun with it. You know? That's very important. So, it's a good day. No. Very much appreciated. No, but the next I think they're gonna make some noise. The East is like up in the air, but there are people picking like the Knicks should be back in the Eastern Conference Finals. Indiana took some hits. Turner, he went to don't tell me I forgot the team, but he got traded. And people say, oh, they go where the money at. Hey, hey, they're trying to feed their families. So, they got to think of the future. So New York Liberty, they are defending WNBA champ. So let's wish them on. But I feel it's very important, you know, that keep the laughter going, despite whatever's going on in your life. No, so that's very important. You know, keep the laughter going. Stay. And I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Nobody don't come. I ain't get it on. So shout out to brother Jesse Paris came on there. Thanks as always for support. Thank you. Let's go support the brother's channel. So very important. So Mike Brown's energetic. I like that. He embraced the opportunity like that because New York is different. It's a different space, different space here now, different place. New York media can swallow you up. Embrace it. That's a good sign right there. And like I said, Mike Brown will play the bench. It's very important. It's going to be totally different than like Coach Tibbs, coach. You're gonna see a major difference. And like I said, it's gonna take time and stuff. So people say, oh yeah, they're gonna win. It's gonna take a little time, but I believe in due time they will click. And like he said, yeah, he's looking for him. We looking for this team to make the playoffs. That's what he said. He said we're gonna make some noise in the playoffs. So that's what you expect. So the players got a taste of it. They made it to the Eastern semifinals. Now they got to take the next step, go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and also play in the finals and win the championship. So they got work to do. They got work to do. So we got to see what's going on here. So anybody can hear me, press 1. Anybody can hear me, press 1. Yeah, I gave press 1. So thank you, brother Jesse. Appreciate that. So there's gonna be some NBA trades coming up too. I'm trying to get some people, right? So they can come on the panel and be talking about the NBA trades too. So trying to work on some things here. We're trying to work on some things here, you know, but the most important thing is stay true to yourselves. Keep on working to improve yourself. That is very important. Okay. And I think I'm gonna get off here. I think I said enough. Well, I was gonna have some people come on, but it's all right. But much prayers to the people in the flood of Texas and New Mexico. Please pray for them because they're gonna need it. Because this popcorn orange crush 47, they think it's a joke. So much blessings. Let's pray for them. All jokes aside, y'all. I'm talking about humanity. Let's pray for them. They gonna need it. You know what I'm saying? So, on behalf of my channel, the underrated doctors, yours truly, the #1 grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. Believe that, the best of the business. And the sports politics on the Doctors Roundtable Part 22, hashtag the truth, the #1 grinder. See you when I see you. Have a great afternoon and evening. Be safe out there. Peace. This one is Ghost.